Hey everyone, it's Sarah here from Sarah's Game Collection, and today I'm with Games You Loved and we are going to have a look at my game collection. I have already done a room tour on my channel, however things have changed since then. I've organised it a little bit better and I want to take you in depth with some of my prized possessions and some of my rare finds, so let's go and have a look. So here is shelf 1. You can see my little Evolution toy and my little cappy that I got from MCM London when I purchased Luigi's Mansion 2. The guy gave me it for free. Then I have some small little figures from Phantom Hourglass. So I have a Goron, I have my Link, and I have some more figures here, which is like the Skull Kid from Majora's Mask. Right behind it I have all of my figures as well. So I have my Cammy, obviously, I have my Nemesis, I have King from Tekken, I have my Jill Valentine, Sonic, I have Lara Croft, Lopan from Big Trouble in Little China, and I have my Sailor Venus and my Sailor Moon. And I have some more little figures of Link, Aryll and his grandma from Wind Waker there. Here, this used to be something else, but now on my second shelf, which rests above my telly, I have now put all of my books. So I have all of like my Legend of Zelda manga, I have the Twilight Princess manga which I'm collecting, now the Resident Evil, I have some Pokemon, some Life, some Deers, 1001 video games to play before you die. I also have some Simpsons comics there as well. Starter Pokemon, which I created, I just framed to cover up really nasty holes in the wall. I don't know if you can see like a couple where we tried to actually mount a couple of shelves and it didn't go through, so these are to cover some really horrible cosmetic holes onto my wall. I keep all of my boxes for things like my emulator, my camera and that in there. But switching on over here, I actually have a Legend of Zelda Monopoly because I absolutely love Monopoly. And then I have a few books. I have a thing for collecting video game books, either it be concept art or history books. So at the moment I'm actually reading a Street Fighter history book. But I do have like the Arts and Artifacts, Hyrule Historia, I have the Super Nintendo history book, I have Castlevania concept art book. I love concept art books. So this is the start of my Nintendo shelf, so this is the top of my Nintendo shelf, and on here you have all of my retro games. So I like have Battletoads, I have Starwing, I even have N64 games, so things like Yoshi's Island, WrestleMania 2000, Pokemon Stadium, I think I have Doom, I think I have GoldenEye, and what else have I got hiding here? Yeah, GoldenEye and Super Mario 64. And this is my more recent purchase, which is the Rugrats Treasure Hunt for the N64. I got this at Play Expo and My Gamer XP actually made me purchase this. I've played this before when I first played the N64 around my aunt's house, and at the time, well, I'm a big fan of Rugrats and I used to love watching Rugrats growing up, and I played Search for Reptar and Studio Tour on the PS1 and absolutely loved them. And then I played Treasure Hunt, and although it's not a fantastic game by any means, it's still like a quite fun daft play if you just want something simple. And yes, I had to get it. So that rests there. It's probably the only one out of all of my N64 games which is boxed, which is a shame because I hate having all of my cartridges outside of boxes, but this is basically what I'm left with. Moving on, we actually have all of my DS titles. So I've got things like Mario Kart DS, Super Mario 64 DS, Mario Party DS. I have a lot of Professor Layton's because I'm a big fan of that series. I also have Phantom Hourglass as well, and that's a very good handheld Zelda game to play if you haven't already. Then along here we actually have all of my 3DS games. So I have like Luigi's Mansion 2, Animal Crossing New Leaf. So I also have the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which actually came with my 3DS, which is this one here. It's the original kind of red one. It's really small, it has a small screen, but it came with the Ocarina of Time and I really wanted it at the time. I also have Super Mario 3D Land, which is a very good play. I have some more DS games down here, so I have things like Pokemon Diamond version, Pokemon Black, Pokemon White. Along here we actually have my Wii collection, which is rather small. I have Skyward Sword, which is this really big edition. Let's pull this one out. And it came with the golden remote. It comes with a CD as well, which has orchestrated versions of the soundtracks from previous games on there, and it's really good. I'm not a big fan of Skyward Sword. I'm still struggling to get into it years on. In front of that, you may have noticed all the obstruction. These are just my amiibos. I'm not as big on collecting amiibos. There are a few that I want, but I'm not going to go mad with them. If there's something that takes my eye, then I'll purchase them. I mainly want to collect the majority of the Legend of Zelda versions. Rosalina, because I absolutely love Rosalina. I really wanted this one because I think it was so cute. Pikmin, because I absolutely love Pikmin, and Charizard. Moving on, we have the second part of my Nintendo collection, which is mainly a mixture of Wii U games and the GameCube games. So with the GameCube, we'll move this way. With the GameCube, I have my beloved Super Mario Sunshine, Super Monkey Ball, which if you haven't played it, I recommend getting a few beers, a bit of pizza, and playing it with a few friends because it is a really fun laugh. Same with this as well, Super Mario Party 4. It's one of my favourite Mario Party games. Lost Kingdoms 2, which is a very good game, a very underappreciated title. Then I have my Legend of Zelda games, so I have my Twilight Princess on the GameCube because I got the GameCube version and not the Wii version. And then I have the Wind Waker, which also has the Ocarina of Time as a separate disc included. This was originally my brother's because he got the silver GameCube for Christmas, and he's not a big Nintendo fan. He really hates Nintendo. However, I love Nintendo, so I basically got his GameCube off of him when he got bored of it, and then I got this with it as well. So I'm just like, it's probably my most prized possession on the GameCube. Then I have Resident Evil, the remake. I have Animal Crossing, The Herbs, which is probably the only Sims title that I actually do like. I have this hilarious game which is called Legends of Wrestling. It's a really bad wrestling game, but it's quite funny. Then for my Wii U collection, it's rather small. I have Pikmin 3, Super Mario 3D World, Mario Kart 8 obviously, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, obviously you have to have that. Hyrule Warriors, which I really wanted when I saw it, and I'm finally happy that I got it. It's a really good play. And Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD, because The Wind Waker, apart from Breath of the Wild, is one of my favourite of the entire series. Over here we have my controller for my NES Mini. We also have this really cool arcade cabinet made by 8-Bit Boutique. If you follow my Instagram, you would have seen this recently. It's absolutely beautiful in person. This camera is not doing it justice. And then behind here I have 2 Pixel Marios. So that's one of them, and that's the other one. These Pixel Marios were meant to be very rare, and the red one I was meant to actually get as part of the Super Mario makeup. However, the game that I went to messed up my order and just gave me that on its own and didn't give me my Pixel Mario, which I actually ordered. So in the end they gave me some badges to say sorry, and then I had to buy the Mario on its own. So I really was not a happy bunny with that. first part of my PlayStation collection. So we have all of my PS4 games and leading on to my PS2 collection, which is slightly bigger. So with my PS4 collection, some of them are downloaded virtually and some of them I have physical copies of. So I have physical copies of everything that you see here, and some of them are, you know, on my PS4. So ones that I absolutely love the Darksiders series. I've got into that recently and absolutely love it. Love my Tekken 7. Resident Evil Revelations is a rather good play if you're playing with someone. Little Nightmares, which is a game that I was seeking for a very long time and actually got it for my birthday. The Sega Mega Drive collection, obviously had to get that. I have a few other games up here. This is what I got for my birthday recently, which is Yooka-Laylee. It's a very good game. I'm going to be doing a review on that soon. The Sims 4, that's not actually mine, that's actually my brother's, but again, I am doing a review on that soon, so hence why it's here. So this one isn't actually mine. So then we have my really small PS3 collection. So I have like Tomb Raider, Red Dead Redemption, LA Noire. And then we have my PS2 collection. So I have a lot of Sims games here. I'm not the biggest fan of The Sims. I have to be in the mood to play them, really in the mood to play them. But I have a variety here. I have Theme Park World, which I absolutely loved on the PS1, and then I was so glad that they upped the graphics and ported it to the PS2. Tekken Tag Tournament, obviously I'm a big Tekken fan, so I had to get that. Soul Calibur, Dead or Alive 2, I'm big on my fighting games. Lara Croft Anniversary, Resident Evil, all of these beautiful games. Some of these are from when I was a teenager and some of them I repurchased. So things like the Angel of Darkness I actually got on like my 13th or 14th birthday when the Angel of Darkness was first released. However, there was full of bugs and glitches and I repurchased that from Cash Converters, hence why it doesn't have a cover. It's just, if I can get it out, just unboxed and plain. On to the last part of my game collection, which is a mixture of my PS1, my Mega Drive and my Master System games and a few PSP games up there. So as I mentioned in my last video, majority of these games have stayed with me since I was a child. However, some of them I've repurchased or got again from like birthdays and things like that. So all of the Tomb Raiders that you see here were from my childhood. All of these ones down here pretty much are from my childhood. So I have some beloved games on here. One of my favourite ones and one of my prized ones is actually Klonoa. It's supposed to come with a point blank demo, but it actually is empty. It doesn't actually have a demo inside of it. God knows what happened to it. Another one of my favourite in my collection, if I can get it out, is Buster Groove. It's like a dance game, but it's like a dance battle game. Then we again had Theme Park World. I said earlier that I'm a big fan of Theme Park World, so I have the original on the PS1. Then we have Soul Reaver. I'm a big fan of Soul Reaver. Incredible Crisis. I got this recently for my birthday. I remember playing this as a kid and it is insane, absolutely insane. Moving on to my really small Mega Drive collections. Half of it is actually my mum's, so half of it is in with my sister at the moment in storage, but my versions are here. So obviously Golden Axe 2, which is my favourite Mega Drive game, is here. Wonder Boy, Sonic, Sonic 2, Echo the Dolphin, Street Fighter obviously, and then moving on to my Master System games, which are all repurchased because I didn't actually have any of my original Master System games anymore. So a few of these were gifted to me for my birthday, like Laser Ghost and Asterix, Land of Illusion, Sonic 2. Actually, these were all gifted to me for one birthday last year. So yeah, I'm collecting Master System games at the moment. So I hope you guys liked the tour of my recent game collection. Comment below of anything that you like on my game collection, or any games that are quite rare to you or quite personal to you. Just comment below, and I thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in another video.